Old National Bank, Sea Glass Wine, Sloan, Southwest Airlines, Xfinity, your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers, and Yingling, the oldest brewery in America. And now, here's the Hall of Famer, Pat Hughes, and All-Star Ron Coomer, with all the exciting play-by-play action of Chicago Cubs baseball.
Chicago Cubs baseball is on the air from Wrigley Field in Chicago. It's time for the third and final game of this weekend series between the Chicago Cubs and the St. Louis Cardinals. Good afternoon, everybody. Along with former Cub and All-Star Ron Coomer, it's Pat Hughes reporting. It's a little overcast, but it's dry. It's a warm afternoon, and it's the Cubs' final home game before the All-Star break. Cubs have had a very tough time in this series, losing the first.
To be on a card is really humbling, but also to be able to create cards. Never in my wildest dreams would I have imagined that this opportunity would come to me. But I always say, like, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. I was ready for this moment to be able to create these cards to the best of my abilities and to do this project justice. And so I'm super proud to be creating cards. You know, if you asked me when I was playing in 2017 or 18 if that was going to be a thing, couldn't have imagined.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Jordan Walker the right.
So this is MLB Network Talent Stars.
Okay.
The stars of MLB Network. Can I trade a pack of these for a signed Lawrence Shahadi card?
How about we do a little bit of both? Money, a little trade.
Will you open it up and see if you like it?
They're really nice.
If I sign it, does that equal the Lawrence Shahadi 20,000?
The field. Let's go ahead and take a timeout. Back to get this ball game underway. Cubs and Cardinals right after this on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Chicago, this is Craig Counsell. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, this season, the Chicago Cubs are pitching for chicken with Chick-fil-A. If the Cubs strike out 3 batters in any inning during a home game, everyone gets a reward from Chick-fil-A on their mobile app. That's 3 strikeouts, 1 inning. Find more details and official rules at CFAChicagoland.com. Keep listening every home game for your chance at a free reward and eat more chicken.
Strike 3, you're out.
Shop Grand Appliance for expert advice, fast delivery, professional installation, and of course, the lowest prices every day on top brands like Bosch. Visit grandappliance.com for full details.
It's game time. That makes it the perfect time for a Flight by Yingling. Just 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, and packed with flavor. Flight is the next generation of light beer from the oldest brewery in America. Look for Flight wherever Pat Hughes buys beer, is what they said, but I don't think that's the case. Patrick, we need a W today. We had a long day here at the ball yard yesterday. Cubs, Cardinals, day game Sunday. Cubs need a win.
Absolutely, Ron. Final home game before the break. Cubs are going to be in Baltimore for 3 and Cincinnati next weekend, and then the All-Star break. But the Cubs have got to figure out a way to start beating St. Louis. They've played 5 games now in the season series. The Cubs with only 1 win and 4 losses to the arch-rival Redbirds.
And this is a better team than everybody gave credit for. When we were in spring training, nobody thought the Cardinals were going to thought it'd be around 500. They're a better team than that, and they're playing good baseball right now, and we've seen that the first 2 ball games.
We are ready to go. Javier Assad, first pitch on the way to J.J. Weatherholt, and it's in there for a called strike, and away we go. Weatherholt led off last night's game with a home run. And the next pitch fouled away off to the left. Let me correct that. He led off. That's right, last night. First pitch of the game, delivered by Shota Imanaga. He took it deep to left, and the Cardinals went on to win 3-0. Weatherholt 4 out of 9 in this series. Left-handed batter. Javier Assad, big burly right-hander, fires, swinging a chop foul. Ron Assad with a very good record, 6 wins, 1 loss this year. What are some of the keys for him today?
At the end of the day, his two-seam fastball he's going to live and die with it. But he's got a good one, and he throws a lot of strikes. He's going to pitch to some contact, but the Cubs' defense being very good.
Soft line drive to second, caught by Horner. Good pitch in on his hands. Little soft humpback line drive, caught easily by Nico. 1 away, and the batter is Ivan Herrera.
And there's that good fastball inside. That was a 4-seamer, not the 2-seamer. And because you're expecting that ball to break back over the plate, it jams Weatherholt, and he just hits that little soft humpback liner to Nico.
Assad's ERA 4.53, making his 7th start of the year. Ivan Herrera, the batter. Herrera hitting .259. He's 4 for 7 in this series. Wide open stance. And he'll take a strike, 0-1. Herrera's left foot is over near the restraining line of the batter's box. It's a wide open stance, and then as the pitch comes in, then he moves the left foot much closer to home plate. But it's an odd-looking stance. Here comes the 1-1 from Assad, and that's outside the count, 2-1.
Yeah, you see as soon as Assad starts to get ready to throw and gets cocked back with his arm, you see Herrera's front knee come off the ground, and he goes back to a normal situation where his body is back lined up towards the pitcher. So it's just a timing mechanism.
The 2-1, there's a good strike on the outside corner, 2-2. Cubs with a record of 49-40. Cardinals 47-39. And now the 2-2 pitch on the way. Fouled away off to the right and out of play. Both teams Central Division foes. Milwaukee leads the division. Milwaukee 21 games above 500. They have a 6-game lead over the Cubs and 6.5 over St. Louis. Here's the 2-2. Inside, check swing foul. And the count remains 2-2. But if in fact Milwaukee goes on and plays well, these two teams would be in the playoffs as wild card teams the way it stands right now, along with the Phillies. Here's the 2-2. Bounce slowly foul toward third. Don't hear as much about the wild card before the All-Star break, right. But once you get to about August 1st or so, you'll hear it every single day.
Yeah. You know, in the wild card situation, I wasn't quite sure about it, and they added another team to it.
Now the 2-2 foul away.
But I think you and I have talked about this many times. It keeps a lot of teams' interest and cities interested because we've seen wild card teams win World Series. So it's one of those things that you got to get to the dance and then anything goes.
Now the 2-2, swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Herrera out on strikes. Strikeout for Assad. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers. Brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. 2 down, nothing game. Top of the first, the batter is Alec Burleson.
Well, after that 2-seamer that almost hit Herrera in the thumb to foul ball, he was not going to have that happen again. Way out in front of the breaking ball for strike 3.
Burleson with a strike, 0-1. Starting lineups brought to you by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. The left-handed batter will take outside. Burleson has driven in 5 runs in this series. He and his teammate Jordan Walker in the on-deck circle right now, co-leaders in runs batted in the National League. Solid 1-2 punch.
Yeah, it's making a big impact when you're looking at about 130 RBIs between the two of them and spots back-to-back.
Now the 2-1 from Assad, and it's outside 3-1.
This first inning is powered by Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors Incorporated.
It's cooled off nicely, Ron. 73 degrees. Feels good at Wrigley. Kind of cloudy and breezy. Fastball in there for a called strike. I'm always surprised when a guy right in the middle of the order takes a fastball on 3-1. Surprises me.
Yep, that was a high little cutter at the top of the zone. Burleson, it looked like he was taking all the way. He was not going to hit.
He swings and chops it foul. Still 3-2. Game time temperature brought to you by Four Seasons, your trusted local experts for heating, air conditioning, plumbing, sewer, and electric. We thank you for joining us. We know a lot of you are out on the roads, traveling to and from relatives and loved ones. 3-2 pitch fouled away again, and we would just like you to be as safe as possible. Slow down a little bit. Enjoy the ball game. Thank you for being with us. And there are a lot of you out on the roads on this weekend. I know there are.
Yeah, there's no doubt. This is one of the biggest travel weekends of the year. Unfortunately, for a lot of people around our area, in the Chicagoland area, a lot of it kind of got washed out. A lot of the fireworks last night and Friday night.
Payoff pitch on the way. Line drive, one hop. Glove by Horner. Cleanly from the outfield grass. Throws to first to get Burleson. Javier Assad works 1, 2, 3 after a half inning. No score at Wrigley. This is The Score and the Northwest Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
The Cubs play here on 104.3 The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, baseball fans, step up to the plate like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circa Sports is sports betting the way it should be, with no bet fees in Illinois. Circa Sports brings you player-friendly pricing, enhanced in-game options, exceptional customer service, and more. Whether you're betting with the home team or...
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way, with real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
This is moving with forklifts, rentals, and expert service. Featuring heli forklifts built to go the distance. Visit FitzGeraldEquipment.com. Trusted equipment powered by Heli. Fitzgerald Equipment. Material handling handled. Proud partner of Cubs Radio.
Cubs leadoff man Pete Crow Armstrong. He'll be in the All-Star game next week as Matthew Liberatore goes to work. Pete takes low and away for a ball. The leadoff man presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. If Pete Crow Armstrong gets a base hit, Benny's Beverage Depot donates $200 to service dog charities. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Lefty against lefty. Here's the 1-0. Swinging a number on the ground toward third. Tough play. That's going to be a base hit. He hit it right off the end of the bat. It was a little snake in the grass. And it dove away from Fermin, the third baseman. Fermin had to dive frantically to his left. He rolled over and had no chance to get the fleet-footed Pete Crow Armstrong. Almost a comically looking hit ball.
39 years in baseball, I've finally seen something else new today. I have never seen that, and I played a lot of games over there at third base. That's a new one.
Here is Alex Bregman batting, taking outside.
That's the old Willie Mosconi Massey shot, right? The pull shot. You hit it off the end, and you get the cue ball to do all kinds of different things. That's exactly what that was.
It was funny watching Fermin throw to first, diving back in as Pete Crow Armstrong. Pete, remember now, last night got hit in the foot with a pitched ball. He did not leave the game, but he was in pain there for a minute or two. You could tell. Let's see if he's in a running mood right now. A swing and a foul back by Bregman. No score, bottom of the first. Big crowd at Wrigley, ready to make some noise.
Liberatore fastball is going to be around 93, 94 miles an hour at the very top. Speed Gun today, sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that.
Liberatore's pitch is taken high, and it's 2-1 now. Cubs in their home white uniforms. Blue pinstripes all over, blue hats and helmets, sleeves and socks, and numbers. All are blue. Cardinals in their traveling grays. Gray shirts and trousers. Swing and a miss by Bregman. 2-2. Cardinals have red hats and sleeves and numbers and socks, and many of the Cardinals wear red shoes as well. Uniform description sponsored by Benjamin Moore. On the field or the walls of your home, the right team and colors make all the difference. Official paint of the Chicago Cubs, Benjamin Moore. Fans getting a little restless because Liberatore has made several tosses over to first. Who can blame him? Pete now with a bigger lead at first. He's not going. The pitch fouled by Bregman. The umpires today, Brock Ballou, B-A-L-L-O-U behind the plate. Dan Merzel at first. The crew chief, Chicago native Dan Bellino at second. Mark Ripperger at third. Good crew. Now the 2-2 from Liberatore. The runner goes. The pitch inside. Throw to second. Not nearly in time. The ball goes into center field. Pete didn't realize it and has to stay at second base. The ball bounced past the second baseman, Weatherholt. Had Pete recognized it immediately, Ron, he could have waltzed into third base.
Yeah, he dives head first, slides up over the base, and kind of gets blocked out where Weatherholt is behind him, so he doesn't see that he misses the ball, and it ends up going into center. There was a challenge on the pitch. It was called a ball. The Cardinals challenge. Ball strike challenge sponsored by Northwestern Medicine, and the pitch was inside for a ball.
Boy, so they've used one of their challenges already. Bregman now with a chance to drive in the game's first run. He hits a drive toward right center field, and that's just what he's done. It's a base hit. Coming in to score is Pete Core Armstrong. Bregman going for a double, safe at second base. Alex Bregman driving one into right center. A clutch RBI double. Cubs lead 1-0.
Backdoor breaking ball to Bregman, and he used the other side of the field on this slider. That is Liberatore's best pitch, and that's what you have to do to it. If it's not going to be inner half or inner third, 2/3 even of the strike zone, you've got to use the other side, or else you're just going to roll over or pop it out. He hits that ball to right center. Cubs take the lead 1-0.
Seiya Suzuki takes ball one. Cubs had a rough time the first two games. This is actually, Ron, their first lead of the entire series.
Wow, they're challenging second pitch here in the first inning. They could be out of challenges if this pitch is a ball in the very first. Oh!
Just barely.
Oh.
Barely in the strike zone. Suzuki nothing for 7 in this series. Let's see if he can come through. Bregman with dirt all over his uniform after that headfirst slide at second. Taking his lead, the pitch swung on and missed by Seiya. RBI number 32 for Alex Bregman a minute ago. And the pitch, Seiya will take a strike. And that is strike 3 called. Top of the zone breaking ball, it looked like.
I don't think the home plate umpire knew that was strike 3. He didn't ring him up. He just went strike.
Yeah.
And I think after what do we have? 2 or 3 challenges already? Kind of lost track of the count.
Here is Carson Kelly, a run in. Cubs lead 1-0. Kelly takes outside for a ball. Stolen bases by the Cubs. Pete Crow Armstrong had one earlier. Powered by a Toro tire. Liberatore comes back and misses high. Liberatore run 4-5 for the year. He was the Cardinals' opening day starting pitcher. He has not really been that effective. His ERA 5.33. He's given up 17 home runs, 1 for every 5 innings. So that's quite a few.
Yeah.
And hitters collectively are batting .291 against him.
He's in the process now of trying to change some of his pitch selections in different counts and using his slider more than he has in the past.
The pitch to Kelly, low and inside. It's 3-1.
And in looking at film at him this morning, that is by far his best pitch. He doesn't have great velocity. The slider, has really good bites. He's a tall guy, gets on top of the ball, and that is a good pitch. But the fastball is very straight, and, he's in that real average space in velocity in the league right now.
Fastball is high. That's ball 4 to Kelly. 3 of the first 4 batters have reached. Cubs lead 1-0. And now Michael Busch, a left-handed batter, to face the southpaw Liberatore.
Now, to your point, left-handers are hitting just under 300 against him for the season.
Shallow at third is Fermin, which surprises me. Here's the pitch to Busch. It's a strike. I say that because there's no way a number 5 batter is going to be bunting in this spot. Why is he so shallow?
I don't know that. Now he's backing up, but I would not be playing there. I'd be playing in the hole between short and third and deep.
The 0-1 inside to Busch. Did it hit him? It did. It hit him in the hand, and he's going to take his base. Busch kind of shaking his hand. It might have stung. It didn't hit him flush. The ball ended up back near the backstop.
Yeah, it's two-seamer and hits him part in the hand and part in that hand guard that he has. But it definitely hits him in the hand. There was no challenge by the manager, Marmol. Cubs with the bases loaded.
Boy, this is a golden opportunity now. You've got Nico Hoerner batting. A run in the bank, bases loaded, 1 away. And the pitch to Nico. Low and inside for a ball. If you were batting, what's on your mind?
I would be looking for that slider. That would be the pitch I would be set up for.
Runners ready to skedaddle from all 3 bases. A pitch to Hoerner, breaking ball strike. He's throwing a lot of off-speed stuff.
To me, the best 2 pitches. First pitch, his best pitch is slider. That's what I saw stuff-wise. That was good pitch. He'll try to do what he just did there and steal a strike early in the count with the curveball maybe. But at the end of the day, he's going to want to get beat whether he does or not with his slider.
Nico trying to come through with the bases loaded. The 1-1. Swinging a fly ball to right. Should be deep enough to drive in a run. Walker's going to make the catch. Walker throws home, and that throw is not in time. Bregman scores standing up. Walker made an impressive throw. It was slightly up the third baseline, but all the way on the fly. However, Ron, in missing the cutoff man, it allowed the other runners to advance to second and third. A run scores. It's 2-0 Cubs.
That's a great throw if you're the Chicago Cubs. It's not a great throw if you're the St. Louis Cardinals. And the reason why is, to your point, he threw the ball way over the cutoff man's head. Easy to read for the guys on the bases, not scoring, and they all advance 90 feet.
Ian Happ swings and misses. Nico gets the RBI. I know you always like guys to go to the opposite field in RBI situations.
And you know what? It takes away his best pitch with that backdoor breaking ball, and he served it pretty well in the right field.
Happ batting right-handed. Let's see if Ian can come through. It's already a good first inning. 2 runs in the bank. Men at second and third, 2 down. Happ 1 for 7 in the series. Liberatore laboring in the first inning. This is his 25th pitch, and it's low and inside. It might have hit Happ. It did. Second hit batsman in the inning. Happ didn't make any dramatic effort to avoid being hit by that pitch, it should be noted, but he'll take his base.
Yeah, I think that slider down and in and catches him in the back foot.
Dansby Swanson due up. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Covering the Cubs and all of Chicago's teams, Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on 104.3 The Score, an Odyssey Sports Station, WSCR, WSCR-FM, and HD1 Chicago.
Cubs have 2 hits, 2 runs. There have been 2 hit batsmen. And Dansby Swanson now batting with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Dansby's been on an RBI binge of late. 29 RBIs in his last 15 games. Let's see if he can keep that going right now.
He can do some real damage if he gets a slider from the outer third end.
Ground ball to third. The throw goes to second in time. Fermin's throw to Weatherholt. 5-4 on the fielder's choice. And that ends the inning. Cubs score twice. RBI double for Bregman. Sac fly for Horner. At the end of 1, Cubs 2, Cardinals nothing. This is The Score and the Northwestern Medicine.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
You can see a lot of different characters at the ballpark, and this week brought out some of the best.
I just hope that whatever was going on with that hot dog, that dog now owned that hot dog. I have not seen a cup on the bottom of a spike.
This is more of a hand grenade than it was a throw toward second.
Osuna hits one into the cone.
So look up and look out.
That bat exploded, and the Mariners have him loaded up.
Florida man's a real thing, Dwayne.
Tarps off. Freebird time at Busch.
Fantastic entertainment.
Hats off and shirts off for the top defensive plays of the week.
Towards the side rail, he crashes into the wall, and he made the catch!
Another stop by Peraza, throw from his back, and he got it! Now, look, if you dare, I shall not drop the ball.
Church is gonna make a diving catch!
Holy smokes, what a catch by Julio Rodriguez.
Into the dugout, flips into the dugout. Did he hold on? He did.
How about that?
.326.
Top 2 at Wrigley Field. Cubs leading the Cardinals 2-0. The second inning is brought to you by Sea Glass Wines, official partner of the Cubs, bringing the California coast to you wherever you are. Pat?
All right, Zach, thank you. Jordan Walker first up. Walker takes a breaking ball outside from Javier Assad. Cubs leading 2-0. Walker 2 out of 7 in this series. Almost no crouch in his batting stance. He's a right-handed batter with power. 19 home runs. As we mentioned earlier, he and his teammate Burleson tied for the RBI leadership in the National League, 63 apiece. And the pitch. There's a good strike. Fun. Walker not overjoyed with that call by Brock Ballou.
Good two-seamer. This ball starts out away, comes back, gets a lot of the strike zone.
There's a pitch that just missed the outside, 3-1.
I like what Assad just did there. He went with the two-seamer out of the zone back to the strike zone. Then the cutter broke the other way in the same location.
This one is down low, ball 4. A leadoff walk to Jordan Walker, and the batter is Lars Nootbaar.
When a guy has a dominant two-seam fastball, when he really takes the next step in the league is when he can throw the two-seamer in one spot and then throw something that goes the other way to that spot, and you can go back-to-back, and it makes it really tough on the hitter to figure out which one it is as you're swinging, and that's what Assad tried to do to Walker there.
Swinging a foul back by Lars Nootbaar. Any pitchers when you played, Ron, had that quality of the say the cutter, a cut fastball, and then a sinker going the other way.
Andy Pettit did.
The runner takes off, and the throw to second base, and out is Walker. He took off way too soon. Assad able to step off and throw the ball to Dansby Swanson. I guess you call it a caught stealing.
Yeah.
He took off way too soon.
Well, good job by the Cubs infield. I don't know who was the one that yelled out he's going, or step off, but Assad did the right thing. He stepped off the rubber first and then threw the ball to second base, did not balk, and the Cubs got an easy out.
1-6. I guess 1-6 on the caught stealing. You don't see that every day. Now the 0-2 to Nootbaar is taken down low for a ball.
See, now if I was the catcher, would that go as somebody trying to steal against you and you get credit? I'd politic for that.
I don't think since you didn't throw the ball, you do not deserve credit. That would be my thought.
That bummed me out a little bit.
The 1-2 pitch lifted toward left, and this ball is going to slice back out of play. But I liked what you pointed out that Assad quickly stepped off the back of the rubber, so
disengaged.
There's not going to be any balk.
Yep.
So now you can do whatever you want. You can throw to any base. You can throw to no base and just run at the runner, whatever you want to do. You've got freedom once you step off the rubber.
What that tells you about a pitcher is that he is in control of his emotions, and he's just pitching a ball game. He is absolutely under control.
Fly ball to left. Happ, a routine play. Another nice pitch by Assad. That was not one of Nootbaar's better swings. And he is an easy out, number 2 on the fly ball to left. Cubs lead 2-0, and the batter now is Mason Wynn.
Yeah, to me, I think that was a changeup going down and away from Nootbaar. Excellent change by Assad to get the little pop-up. Defensive alignment sponsored by Fitzgerald Equipment, material handling handled. Learn more at FitzgeraldEquipment.com.
Mason Wynn takes low for a ball.
Pete playing straight away in dead center, and I mean straight away against Wynn.
And the 1-0 pitch is going to be outside, 2-0. The announcement of the umpire sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. The 2-0 from Javier Assad. Wynn will look at a strike, 2-1.
Feel like a Bosch prediction brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. Feel like a Bosch? I'll take a shot at it today. I think we're going to hit at least 2 home runs against the left-hander facing us today before he leaves the ballgame.
Here comes the 2-1. There's a base hit up the middle. A sharp ground ball by Mason Wynn. Well, if the Cubs do that run, that would increase the likelihood of the Cubs winning this third and final game of the series.
Now, that last ground ball, that's what you got to live and die with Javier Assad and any sinker ball pitcher. There are times they're going to throw that sinker and it's going to be hit on the ground, and they're basically a pitch to contact guy. And if it's hit at the infielders, you're going to have a great day. If it's not, it's going to roll through the infield for a base hit. Wynn just hit a base hit up the middle.
Nathan Church, the batter. Interesting, Bregman is in on the grass at third. Even with 2 outs, he's anticipating a bunt.
I think it's that little squibber is what they're playing for. I don't necessarily think they feel like Church is going to bunt. And maybe he is. He's a young guy with great speed. So maybe the report is he will bunt at any time. Wrigley Field, it's warm, it's summer. I just think bunting with 2 outs and a man on is not the thing you're looking to do.
Church hits a sharp ground ball past a diving Horner into right center, a base hit. Motoring to third is Mason Wynn on a single by Church. So now the caught stealing of Walker earlier in the inning seems pretty important, Ron.
Yeah, that's 2 ground balls, and if they're hit at somebody, they're routine outs. But that ball hit sharply to Nico's right. He lays out for this ball, couldn't get to it. And now you're looking at Fermin with 2 outs, and you want him to hit a ground ball at somebody.
Fermin's had a good series, 3 for 9, hitting .271. Cubs lead the game 2-0. Inning number 2. Cardinals 4-1 against the Cubs so far this year. They played the final 3 days of May in Missouri. Here's a pitch low and outside, 1-1. And they'll have several more games after the All-Star break. July 27th through the 30th, 4 games at Busch Stadium. And then 3 at Wrigley in the middle of August, starting on August 14. The Cardinals at Wrigley. Low and outside for a ball, and this great rivalry, and it really is one of the best in all of sports, started way back in 1892. And you certainly see Cub fans over in Missouri when the two teams play there. You see some Cardinal red at Wrigley this weekend. Here's a swing and a foul back by Fermin.
I really think the fans do get into this rivalry. They really do. You feel it here at Wrigley. Cubs start doing well, and fans really. Ground ball and try to just get out of this inning.
Brian Torres is the designated hitter. You don't see the DH batting ninth all that often, but that's the case right now.
Both teams.
Alcantara, the DH for the Cubs. Yeah. Right you are. Bases loaded, 2 down, 2-0 Cubs, second inning. Torres a left-handed batter, and he'll take low and inside. 1-0.
See if Javi goes right back to that 2-seam fastball away. See if he can just get a little rollover ground ball.
Torres, a native of Puerto Rico, waiting for the 1-0. And that's going to be down low, 2-0.
He's really trying to stay with that cutter if possible, more so than we usually see him. But he's pulled that cutter down out of the strike zone.
Ball 3 down low.
Same result with the four-seamer. He's thrown 2 cutters and a 4-seam fastball, and all 3 of them he's pulled down out of the strike zone.
Assad must throw a strike now. 3-0 with the bases loaded. And the delivery, and that's a strike. Just did hit the inside edge.
There's a four-seamer. He pulled that one inside. Just clipped the zone.
Torres, the left-handed batter, waiting. The 3-1 pitch. Hit high in the air, playable, shallow center field. Swanson is there and calling. The shortstop makes the catch to end the inning. No runs for the Redbirds. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. Cubs 2, St. Louis nothing on the score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
This is your home for every pitch of Cubs baseball on 104.
What is it about baseball cards that make them so special? Why do you enjoy doing that?
Well, the biggest thing is I started collecting when I was a kid. O-Pee-Chee was a Canadian hockey league, and then the Canadian football. But I didn't start in the U.S. until I had signed professionally as a ball player. And when I got my first rookie card, and I've got it here with me.
Let's take a peek at that.
1966 with Billy Sorrell.
Bouncer to first. Bacher slipped and fell on the mound. He just fell.
He just slipped.
Elise, is that you?
Oh, I didn't go to journalism school for nothing.
Oh, man. That guy's all right. He got a baseball. He's got a headache.
Twins game at 1:10, wedding at 4:30.
Miles fouls the ball, loses the bat. It's caught in the on-deck circle by Alex Call.
Miles will get a little more high charge.
Ground left side, Cora. Hopper stumbles and the throw into the artificial surface.
Now one of those embarrassing moments that all players have. Everything's normal to this point, everything's normal here, and now it becomes abnormal.
And look, he's suppressing a smile. Yeah. Come on now. He knows that's funny.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Big League Dream with Cubs alumni and pro instruction. Get full clubhouse access, play daily games, and a shot at a championship game on the main field. Visit Cubs.com/fantasy camp. Pat?
All right, Zach. Kevin Alcantara will lead off for the Cubs. Number 9 hitter. Cubs sent 8 men to the plate in the first inning and scored twice. Alcantara takes a strike from Liberator. The RBIs for the Cubs: Alex Bregman with a double, Nico Horner with a sacrifice fly. Alcantara getting a chance to start today. Swings and misses, 0-2.
Now, something was making me laugh. Zach just read the fantasy camp read, and I was thinking, because on the scoreboard before the game, they had your signature call, and, the little kids are up there and they're talking out, with a player.
Check swing, no swing on a low breaking ball.
And your signature call, this ball's got a chance, right? And, you see if it's going to go in the seats. Now, if you were to do that in fantasy camp, now I've been going to fantasy camp as a coach for many moons. I retired quite a few years ago. You could do that on a ground ball to short.
Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Alcantara is out number 1.
Both with the fielder, he's got a chance. And then if he catches it, you could say that about the runner going to first. He's got a chance to make it. Maybe not.
No,
that would be very entertaining.
I will certainly consider using that, Ron.
Yeah. I can have them guys make you an offer.
Well, now we're talking a different language. 1 ball and no strikes on Pete Crow Armstrong.
I would strongly advise baseball fans out there, if you get a chance, fantasy camp is a blast. Just pack the Advil.
Look out. Pete Crow Armstrong gets hit by the pitch, and it got him in the arm. He's in pain, and he's upset. He slammed the helmet down and the bat, and I'm not sure where it got him. He is now kneeling in the ground in foul territory near first base. Craig Counsell running out to see if he's okay.
I'm guessing, Pat, that ball got him in the back elbow. Yep, back forearm, actually. So it would be his left forearm just below the elbow. And it was a direct hit. Ball went straight down after it hit him.
Yeah, Pete is still in some pain, down on one knee, right near the coaching box at first. And they're trying to see how much feeling he has in the fingers. He was hit again in the foot last night and was hobbling around, stayed in the game.
Nick Frangella out there with Craig Counsell, and they kind of doing that hand check where you shake hands and he kind of twists his arm a little bit to see if he can move the arm and that. And I think Pete's still upset, but he's going to probably stay in the game, I believe.
He's a very tough man. Very strong, too.
Yeah, there's no doubt. He's not the tallest guy, but he is really put together. That's the only way you hit balls as far as he does, if you're a really strong guy.
You think about his throwing arm run, that's as strong as about anybody in the league.
Yeah.
His running speed, his legs are very strong. The long home runs he hits, he's got power in the upper body, the arms and the chest. And he will stay in the game. One of the signature moments for him this year, I think, was the home run he hit in St. Louis into that group of the shirtless Cardinal fans who were taunting him, and he hit it right into the middle of their section. Now Pete's going to run on the first pitch, throw to second base, not in time. How about that? Now that's a competitor for you. He was in pain. He was down for about 3 minutes. And on the first pitch run, he steals second base.
Yeah. Keep the mic close by. And this the Turo read, stolen base by the Cubs, sponsored by Turo. It would not surprise me in the slightest bit if you see him take off for third.
Cubs lead 2-0. We're in the bottom of inning number 2. Alex Bregman will take a strike. Bregman drove in the first run with a double to right center. Nico Horner's sacrifice fly drove in the other run. Now the second baseman Weatherholt in the area trying to keep Pete close to the bag. And Bregman will take high for a ball, 2-1.
That was a good take. That's a slider. We talked about the best pitch. But that ball started up out of the zone and came down trying to get it to land in the top of the zone. It did not.
The tall left-hander deals a swing and a foul back. I would think guys in the middle of the order, Ron, love having a teammate like Pete Crow Armstrong. Anything that diverts the attention of the pitcher to the batter, and if he's thinking even a little bit about the runner, it might cause him to make a mistake to the batter.
Absolutely.
Here's the 2-2. A little pop fly. This is going to be foul and playable for Burleson near the coaching box at first, and Bregman is out number 2.
You know, the other thing is, so you're at the plate, the very first pitch, he takes second base. Now your entire at bat is in a man in scoring position. That gives you another shot to drive in some runs.
Sure. 2 down. Let's see if Seiya Suzuki can deliver. Cubs lead 2-0. Trying to salvage the finale of this series. Seiya due for a hit. He's 0 for 8 against Redbird pitching this weekend.
Now, Pat, I got some friends in the booth. You'd like this. So one of our catchers from my high school team is here. Rich Gardner was an all-state player.
A teammate of yours.
Teammate of mine, you know. He was guard dog and I was coon dog. We had a lot of dogs on that team.
Here is a high pop fly. It's going to be caught by Burleson. And that will end the inning. Was Alpo one of the sponsors?
It should have been. If we were smart, see, they didn't make us an offer.
Cubs don't score. We're going to go to the third inning. It's the Cubs 2 and the Cardinals 0 on the score in the North.
Did he get another one? You bet! And a new Rockies record for home runs in front of the All-Star break.
The magician makes another one disappear. My word! He has homered in 4 straight games.
Casey Mize had one of the best starts of the year for a Tiger pitcher.
That stuff tonight was absolutely filthy, just allowing 1 hit with 10 strikeouts.
Cowser's at the wall. Cowser takes away another. Come on now. Back-to-back days, Colton Cowser has robbed a home run here at Camden Yards.
auto owners make sense for you.
Benny's goes to the dogs. Every time the Cubs leadoff man gets a hit, Benny's Beverage Depot donates $200 to area service dog charities. Here's toasting to man's best friend. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Top three at Wrigley Field. Cubs on top of the Cardinals 2-0. Cloudy, 70 degrees. Wind blowing from left to right. Time and temperature sponsored by Circus Sports. Sports betting the way it should be with no bet fees. Pat?
Okay, Zach, thank you. We go to inning number 3. J.J. Weatherholt with a strike, 0-1. Weatherholt lined out to Horner to begin the game. He pops one up foul and out of play. Cubs are off tomorrow. They'll be in Baltimore for a series beginning on Tuesday night. 3 games against the Orioles and then on to Cincinnati next weekend, leading right up to the All-Star break. Fastball is outside. In fact, those 2 teams are playing against each other this weekend in Cincinnati. Hunter Green made his season debut. Ron, remember he had the bone chips in his elbow and surgery back around spring training time. Here's a drive foul out of play. And he just made his season debut last night, and it did not go well.
Right.
He gave up 8 earned runs, and he walked 4. He worked only 3 1/3 innings, and he took the loss. And I saw his velocity was way down. The 1-2 pitch taken high for a ball, but you understand he was trying to come back from surgery and maybe tried to come back a bit too early.
When a guy is, now he's got a manager that's been around the game a long time, and Terry Francona, so they know what they're doing. But
ground ball to second base, scooped up by Nico Horner over to first. That's in time. Weatherholt is out number 1. Cubs lead 2-0. The batter, Ivan Herrera.
But you were saying that his fastball velocity. Now, this guy is one of the hardest throwing guys in the game as a starter. He was high 90s with the fastball. You were saying his velocity in his start yesterday?
I did not see the exact number, but that's what the article indicated. And he was very wild, too. He walked 4 and gave up 8 earned runs in less than 4 innings. So that's not like him.
But it was low, right? It was around the 90 miles an hour range, somewhere in that range?
It said it was way down.
Yeah, way down. There you go. Yeah. Wow.
Now Herrera, the batter, will take a strike. Another guy who made an appearance last night, Brandon Woodruff for Milwaukee. He had to leave in the 4th inning, and he left with a trainer. Pat Murphy, the manager, said we'll probably have to put him back on the injured list with a shoulder issue.
Oh, wow.
And his top fastball was only 87 miles an hour, and he's a 98, 99 mile an hour guy.
That guy's he's just, he's been hurt, over the last 3 years. He's had a hard time with some tough injuries.
The 1-2 to Herrera, swing and a miss. One of the best fastballs of the day. That was 95 mph. When he wants to, Assad can rush it up there pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's a great fastball. That is his best fastball velocity-wise, and great location on that fastball. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers are sponsored by Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers.
2 down, nobody on. 3rd inning, Cubs on top 2-0. Alec Burleson chops it foul at the plate. I'll tell you another guy I'm watching around big league ball, Junior Caminero.
Yeah, how about that?
The young slugger for Tampa Bay. Do you realize he's hit 11 home runs in his last 11 games? Now, you played in the big leagues. Yeah. Can you imagine doing that?
You don't do that in Little League.
Wow.
I mean, you think of that.
Right.
I mean, seriously, 11 homers in 11 days. That's a wow.
Here comes the 0-1. Check swing. That's going to be a strike. Yes, sir. Mark Ripperger, the third base umpire, made the final decision. That was an easy call for him. Now it's 0-2. Assad always works from the stretch. From Tijuana, Mexico, just over the border from San Diego. Now, time called. Was there a pitch clock violation? I believe there was.
Yeah.
So the count now 1-2.
I don't think Javi and Kelly could get together with the pitch they wanted to throw. Clock ran out.
And the 1-2 high fly ball to right, shallow, playable. Seiya Suzuki is there. He's got it. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Javier Assad. We go to the bottom of inning number 3. Cubs on top 2-0 over the Cardinals on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fan, all your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
And there's a shot into left field. Stanton on his way around to score. And the Yankees are on the board. First, it's 1-0 New York. Bouncer headed up the middle, and that's going to get through and driving a couple of runs. Cranked up and sent into the right center field gap. McMahon's going to score easily. They're going to wave Wills around. Plays to third. 5-0 New York. Another one head for no man's land, but Harrison Bader read it well. Former Gold Glover comes up to make a very nice catch for the guy they call Big G, who has driven in a run with the 3rd straight hit to open the 5th inning. Chopper for Jazz, hot shot, and he makes the catch. That got on there on a line, and he's telling Jose Caballero, did you see that? I could watch Jazz Chisholm play. I mean, he plays with such joy. Only David Cohn, Ron Guidry, and Mel Stottlemyre had opening day starts of 6+ innings with 2 or fewer hits and no runs allowed.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Carson Kelly's on deck for the Cubs. Who's on deck is sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit timbertech.com. Pat?
All right, Zach, thank you. Zach will be along to work with Ron in the 5th inning. Carson Kelly batting cleanup today, leads off the inning and takes a strike.
3rd inning brought to you by Consumers Credit Union, the people in your corner who stand up for you wherever you go. Consumers Credit Union.
The 0-1, a swing and a foul at the plate. We're going to play the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. So we're going to make our picks here. It's another huge crowd, sellout, standing room only. Rooftoppers across Sheffield and Waveland Avenues. Swing and a miss. Maybe the best breaking ball that Liberator has snapped off today. 1 down. Kelly is gone. And the batter, Michael Busch.
That's that slider we were talking about, and it's a good one. If it starts out at the knees and you start going to chase it, it's going to end up about shoe top high.
Busch hit by a pitch his first time. Lefty to lefty. Swinging a drive toward left field. Pretty well hit. Back goes Nootbaar with a play. Makes the catch. The wind knocked that ball down. It was a hard hit ball, but it's out number 2.
I like that Michael Busch let that ball carry a little bit, and he drove that ball to left field. That's a good sign for Michael.
2 gone. Here's Nico Horner. If Nico gets on, he might think about stealing a bag in a spot like this. We're going to start our picks in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. I'll start with 39,193.
Okay.
39193. Now the 1-0 to Nico. Backdoor bender stays outside. 2-0.
I'm going to say 40,150.
Not too many empty seats, that's for sure. Now the lefty comes back. This ball is hit high in the air into shallow left. Nootbaar with a routine play, and he'll make the catch to end the inning. Cubs go quietly, 1-2-3. After 3, Cubs 2, Cardinals nothing on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Covering every Cubs game all season long.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so.
State of mind with Sea Glass, proud partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Chicago weather is tough. Your home siding should be tougher. Hardy Siding is engineered for our climate. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Learn more at jameshardy.com.
Time for the out-of-town scoreboard, sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app. Save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. The Mets lead the Braves 5-3 in the top half of the fifth inning. H.A. Ewing with a solo shot for New York, his fifth of the year. Pirates and Nationals tied at 4 in the seventh.
Jordan Walker will lead off the inning, Zach, and take ball one. What else you got there?
Spencer Steer, Pat, with a 2-run home run for Cincinnati. Reds lead the Orioles 3-1, top of the ninth in Cincinnati.
Fastball strike, 1-1.
The Twins lead the Yankees 6-0 in the bottom half of the sixth inning. Royce Lewis with a 2-run single. White Sox and Guardians scoreless in the top of the first.
Walker takes just outside 2-1.
And the Royals lead the Phillies 2-0. They are in the last of the second. And I guess I'll make my guess in the Binny's Beverage Depot attendance game. I'll go 38,500.
So we're locked in. Rich Wyatt's our engineer. He's going to make a guess. 2-1 pitch lifted foul, slicing out of play right side.
I'm going to go 40,500.
So we're all locked in. That was the voice of Rich Wyatt that you heard there. Now, Rich, are there strict union rules about engineers being on the air?
Nope, not whatsoever. Nope. Throw me on anytime you want, Patty.
Invoice Rosen.
Yep.
That's all. It's
certainly none of my business. Hate to stir things up. Here is a swinging a foul back and out of play, 2-2.
She gets first name Mitch. Is
yes,
the other.
Yes.
Is the other.
Already setting up the invoice now.
There you go. Yes. Let me know how that works out.
Mitch might turn the invoice into an out voice.
Yes. Yes. There's no doubt about that.
Here's the 2-2 pitch, fouled off to the right, out of play.
An out voice. That's good. I like that. Yeah.
The pitch to Walker, fly ball left center, playable. Happ and PCA converge. Pete makes the catch. Pete says to Ian, I've already been drilled by pitchers the last couple of days. Let's try not to run into each other when we chase these fly balls, okay?
That would be preferable. Walker hit that ball. The trajectory of the ball looked like it could go out of the ballpark, but he kind of ran out of bat. It was a good slider by Assad, and Walker hit that ball right off the end of the bat.
Lars Nootbaar, the batter. Cubs lead 2-0. Here's a bouncing ball to second. Routine for Horner, and that's going to be out number 2. Getting back to the wind, though, it's blowing in just enough, I think, to have an effect on some fly balls. It's not a strong wind, but it might keep a ball in the yard.
Yeah, especially to that left field side. I think, when the wind has been blowing kind of, right now as I say that, and it's going to make a liar out of me, and it's blowing straight in from center. Chicago, you never know.
Mason Wynn, the batter, Winn. And the pitch on the way to Mason Wynn is in there for a strike.
Coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Assad coming back, missing low and away. It's 1-1. Again, the Cubs are on the road next week, or this coming week, leading up to the All-Star break. The Cardinals are at home, but they've got a very interesting week ahead of them. 5-game series against Milwaukee, because they had a game rained out necessitating a doubleheader this coming week. So a 4-game series becomes a 5-gamer. Here's the 1-1. Deep drive to left. Trouble back toward the wall is Ian Happ making the catch. Now that time the wind definitely kept it in the yard. He hit that ball hard. Happ able to grab it maybe 3 feet in front of the left field fence. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Cubs 2.
And it'll be Sweeney backpedaling, and he can't make the play. And there goes the no-hitter.
It's rolling. Does it go fair? Yes, it does. That's a fair ball.
Oh, she's giving it to him. They're up 6-1 in the 8th. He's giving it to him and making him like it.
Doing the pop-up dance, and he dropped it. You don't see that very often.
Abrams is going to think about going to third. The throw too high there. Abrams dives back in. Tag applied this time by Riley. What just happened?
Ketel Marte, for the first time in his career, has homered in 4 consecutive ball games. He's homered in 4 straight, 5 of his last 6. That's 17.
1 earned run, 2 runs on 1 hit, no walks, and 9 strikeouts for Turk Skubal. Just nice to see him get back to being dominating Turk Skubal, because this is the guy we're going to see a lot of the rest of the year.
7 scoreless innings for Christopher Sanchez tonight, lowers his ERA to exactly 2.00.
It's a long home run for Junior Caminero. He's homered now in 5 consecutive games.
He has 8 home runs in his last 7 games. Those are video game numbers.
What a start for Cade Cavalli. Ends his night with an even 100 pitches, strikes out a career-high 13, and gets some love from his teammates and coaches.
And of course, the lowest prices every day on top brands like Bosch. Visit grandappliance.com for full details.
Cubs got both of their runs in the first inning. Ian Happ dribbles one foul up along third, 0-1. If you are just joining us a little bit late on this Sunday afternoon, Pete Crow Armstrong had a swinging bunt for a base hit. He then stole second and scored the game's first run on a double by Alex Bregman. Here's a line drive gloved cleanly by Fermin at third on one hop. Good play, and he throws out Happ for out number 1.
Ball hit sharply to third with topspin. Fermin with a very nice pickup on that smash by Happ.
Bregman drove in the first run with a double to right center, and then Bregman would score later on a sacrifice fly by Nico Horner. And that's where we are. 2-0 Cubs in the 4th. Swanson the batter. Dansby will take a strike. It's going to be hard to homer to the left of dead center, at least for the next, 20, 30 minutes or so. That wind is really blowing in.
Yeah, and it seems to be picking up, too. Earlier today, it was barely blowing, and now it seems, and that fog out over the lake is starting to blow in. So, hopefully we'll be able to continue to play.
It's hard to read the wind sometimes, Ron, even after all these years. You and I have been here for a long time. Now, a fly ball to straightaway right field right now, what would that do? Would it carry a little bit?
I think the ball, if a righty hits it and slices it towards the video board, or a lefty hooks a ball that way, it'll get a little extra carry.
Swanson takes the low and in, 3-1 on Dansby.
But it is definitely blowing harder now, to your point.
Cubs trying to salvage something out of this series as Swanson takes a strike on the outside corner. Dansby had already tossed the bat aside.
A backdoor hook, and it does catch the very outer edge of the strike zone away. Dansby did not challenge. Talking to the home plate umpire. I know the home plate umpires, they don't really like that a lot. When you launch your bat, I think it's ball 4 and they call it a strike. You're not making points with them.
No.
With that move.
The 3-2 pitch, line toward left field. That's a base hit. Dansby says, I'd rather have a base hit than a walk anyway. Thank you. It's a 1-out single, and the batter, Kevin Alcantara.
But he is making points with the average. Just a fastball down the middle at the knees. And he's right on time once again and hits a bullet to left.
That's a nice little play on words there, making points with the average.
Yeah.
Did you intend that?
Not really. No.
Kevin Alcantara takes low and inside for a ball.
See, I sit in this chair for so many years with you now. You know, the using, different things to say. I get it. You're in the Hall of Fame for a reason.
What would that reason be, Ron? Here's a ground ball to third. Fielded by Fermin. Go to second one. Over to first. That's going to be a double play. And quickly the inning is going to come to an end.
Pat, if I had that answer, I'd be in the Hall of Fame. But you just keep doing what you're doing because it's really working.
Cubs do not score. Speaking of really working, Zach Zaidman will join.
It was a defensive play so iconic that we simply call it the catch.
This is the glove Willie Mays had when he made that catch. This is great.
Oakland pitcher Dave Stewart was named the World Series MVP.
It really comes from like the kings of Siam would give their courtiers white elephants, which were sacred animals.
They need to know this story. That's amazing.
Nobody could steal a base like Ricky.
I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
So imagine making steals in these stuff.
So these are Thai Cubs.
These are Thai Cubs.
So what I want to know is, were they ever swabbed for the DNA of opposing pitchers?
Roberts is no stranger to stolen bases himself.
That's what makes it special, is that everybody knew he was going to steal.
Roberts is going. Safe.
You know what they say, one great play deserves another. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
From about 1905 to 1925 or so, teams actually issued cardigans as part of their team uniform. In that era, knitwear was actually having a heyday in sports. Think of ski sweaters or Argyle sweater vests on the Gulf Green. And baseball decided to jump on the bandwagon and create cardigans.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Rates and flexible terms. Join the people in your corner at myconsumers.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
Spiegel and Holmes talk Cubs baseball and Chicago sports every weekday from 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score and the Odyssey app. Javier Assad, high leg kick and pitch. And Nathan Church dribbles it foul behind the plate to begin the top half of the fifth inning. Cubs with a 2-0 lead over the Cardinals. It's the finale of this three-game set here at the friendly confines. Cubs trying to avoid a sweep. Bregman playing in wide of third on the infield grass. The pitch. And Church looks at a ball off the outside. A changeup that missed. 1-1 the count.
See, now where Bregman's playing, he's in, but he's so far over towards the hole between short and third that you're really not in position, unless if he bunts. If it's a bad bunt is the only thing you could really do because the angle would be so bad. So he's really playing in for that little squibber type roller.
The last pitch, a cutter called strike on the outside edge. So 1-2 the count on Church, and with 2 strikes, Bregman backs up, playing where shortstop normally would in the hole. Here comes the 1-2 by Assad. Church, it's a broken back ground ball right back to Assad, who flips to first in time. 1 away, the first out, sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that.
Good pitch by Assad. He's had, for the most part, he had the 1 inning in that second inning where he, lost command a little bit, especially with the fastball. He was pulling it down, that and the cutter. But, then made a comeback in that inning and got Torres to pop up. And since then, he's been back on the attack in the strike zone.
Jose Fermin at the plate. The pitch misses. Sinker off the outside, maybe a little low. 1-0 the count.
Coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Assad working quickly. Here's the kick and pitch. Off the outside, fastball that missed, 2-0. The Cubs have activity in their bullpen. The left-hander, Ryan Rollison, has started warming up.
Yeah, it's all pitch count related. Assad, his pitch count's getting up towards 80, and we're in the 5th. So if he keeps mowing guys down, he'll stay in. But if he gets into a little trouble, you can see Counsell making a move.
The 2-0. Fermin looks at a strike, a sinking fastball, clocked at 93 miles per hour, 2-1 the count. Right down the middle, that's that 2-seamer by Assad.
Yeah, his pitch count got elevated in that second inning with the walks.
And here comes the 2-1. A bouncing ball hit to third, fielded wide of the bag by Bregman. Throw across in time. Fermin's retired, 2 away.
Nice play by Bregman at third. This ball's hit on 2 hops hard to third. And the second hop lands about 3 feet from where he was playing. He elected to take 2 steps back instantly and play it on the longer hop. Great job by Bregman moving your feet. We talk about playing the infield. Great hands become great hands because you have great feet, and that was a great play by moving your feet by Bregman.
And with the left-handed hitting, Brian Torres due up, and Assad having thrown 80 pitches today. Craig Counsell's going to make a pitching change. Assad leaves to a nice ovation from the crowd here at Wrigley Field. And the left-hander Ryan Rollison will enter the game. Pitching changes by the Cubs, sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
At the wall, leaping catch. What a play by Joey.
And Peters runs it down.
What a grab by Tristan Peters.
At the wall, leaps in front of the fence, and he got another one. Colton Cowser soars into the sky.
Slides and makes the catch. Nathan Lucas with a fantastic grab.
Yeah, look at Nunez laying out to his right to Rob Jarren Duran.
Racing back Straw, and he's got it. Caught on the slide, Noel V. Marte.
McKinstry dives on it. A whale of a play.
He leaps and makes an unreal catch. Are you kidding me?
Nice sliding stop, Lau, and what a play by Brandon Lau. And he is at the plate.
There is no better defensive left fielder in the game. Coming in, Jonah Cox, and he'll dive. Wow, what a play.
Caro sliding, he got it.
It's a big out. Brought it right back to him. He spins around to whip it over to Freddie Freeman.
Didn't much time to think about it either. Dandy play indeed.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Cubs with a 2-0 lead over St. Louis. Final line on Assad, 80 4 2/3. 2 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Brian Torres will step to the plate, left-handed batter. The Cardinals designated hitter popped out his first time up. Bregman playing in on the infield grass wide of third. Rollison, high leg kick and pitch. And he misses off the outside. 1-0, slider. Torres hits out of an extreme crouch, open stance. Here comes the 1-0 by Rollison. And a high fly ball hit to shallow center, drifting back Swanson. He's got it, makes the catch, backing up in front of Pete Crow-Armstrong for out number 3. Middle 5, Cubs 2, Cardinals nothing. On the score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans.
And there's a shot into left field. Stanton on his way around to score. The Yankees are on the board. First, it's 1-0 New York. Bouncer headed up the middle, and that's going to get through and driving a couple of runs. Cranked up and sent into the right center field gap. McMahon's going to score easily. They're going to wave Wills around. Plays to third. 5-0 New York. Another one head for no man's land, but Harrison Bader read it well. Former Gold Glover comes up to make a very nice catch for the guy they call Big G, who has driven in a run with the 3rd straight hit to open the 5th inning. Chopper for Jazz, hot shot, and he makes the catch. That got on there on a line, and he's telling Jose Caballero, "Did you see that?" I could watch Jazz Chisholm play. I mean, he plays with such joy. Only David Cohn, Ron Guidry, and Mel Stottlemyre had opening day starts of 6+ innings with 2 or fewer hits and no runs allowed.
We buy houses as is with no gimmicks. You pick the timeline, take all your memories, and we handle everything else.
Give them a call at 630-556-8892. That's 630-556-8892 or jeffbuysyourhouse.com.
Alongside Ron Coomer, Zach Zaidman with you. We are in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Cubs leading the Cardinals 2-0. Pete Crow-Armstrong digs in against the left-hander Matthew Liberator. And the pitch. PCA looks at a ball outside, a cutter that missed. Crow-Armstrong singled to lead off the game, stole a base, and then scored a run on a double by Alex Bregman. Here's the 1-0. PCA shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes a slider for a strike. 1-1 the count. Then in the 2nd inning, PCA was hit by a pitch in his left forearm and stole a base right after that. He loops one into shallow right, coming in Walker, who makes the catch, angling toward the line. So Crow-Armstrong is retired. 1 down here in the bottom of the 5th. Join us Monday, July 20th to celebrate Greek Heritage. Fans who purchase tickets through Cubs.com/specials will receive a special edition Cubs Greek Heritage jersey. Don't miss out on this offer. So Bregman digs in, lefty-righty matchup. The pitch is low, 1-0. Bregman's 1 for 2 with an RBI double and a foul pop-out. The 1-0 delivery. Outside, 2-0.
Yeah, it was a good swing by Bregman. He got a little backdoor breaking ball that was on the outside corner. And he hammered that ball in the right center field to drive in a run.
Bregman hitting at .242 on the year. And the pitch. Called strike. Sinking fastball from Liberator. Right along the inside edge, about knee-high. 2-1. Liberator faces home plate. The wind and deal. And a fly ball hit to right. Walker back on the track. It's playable. Makes the catch, backing up near the garage doors that open into the Cardinals bullpen. 2 away.
You can say it. Sloan garage door.
Yep.
They're good friends of the broadcast, that's for sure. The Allen family. Great friends of all of ours.
You just reminded me of something as Seiya Suzuki digs in with 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. The pitch.
That's what I'm here for.
That's a called strike. Fastball on the outside edge. all opponent pitching changes. They're sponsored by our good friends at Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at sloan.com.
I'll keep him on it, guys. Don't worry.
Here's the one that misses to Suzuki. That was a changeup from Liberator. A little low. 1-1 the count. Such innovative technology from Sloan. Here's the 1-1. That's a cold strike, a slider that spins into the zone. 1-2.
We've got it at Coombs. Coombs corner. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's remarkable what they've done.
Yeah.
Here comes the 1-2. It's inside, almost hits there. He has to jump rope out of the way. 2-2 the count.
Been a lot of spiked breaking balls into the dirt from Libator. A couple of hit Cubs hitters down below the leg, and then he hit Pete in the left elbow area.
Seiya looks at a slider off the outside. 3-2 the count. Yeah, Liberator's hit 3 batters in this game.
2 in the lower leg. I mean, you're just trying to throw a good breaking ball, and he spiked it down.
2 down, 2-0 Cubs. Here comes the payoff pitch to Suzuki. A bouncing ball foul off to the left. Fielded with one hand by Quentin Berry, third base coach. Tosses it into the Cubs dugout along the third base line. Count remains 3-2. Seiya's 0 for 2. Seiya very quietly as the Cubs go down in order here in the 5th. We head to inning number 6. Cubs 2, St. Louis 0 on the score on the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs talk on your ride home. Spiegel and Holmes. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score.
Oh, Crochet goes down awkwardly on the mound.
He caught the ball in the hat.
So whose ball is it?
It's a good question. I'm going to have to ask that lady from Philly.
Meanwhile, out the Cove, this game is sort of check and see what the score is.
It's on Rizzo jersey trying to make the play on it. Could it be? Oh, Rizzo
he had it. He literally hit it right to him.
That's why I'm retired, is what he just said.
Did he get another one? You bet. And a new Rockies record for home runs in front of the All-Star break. Seiya, deep left. Cubs win. Seiya wins it. 10th walk-off of the year for the Cubs. The magician makes another one disappear. My word. He has homered in 4 straight games.
Casey Mize had one of the best starts of the year for a Tiger pitcher.
That stuff tonight was absolutely filthy, just allowing 1 hit with 10 strikeouts.
Cowser's at the wall. Cowser takes away another. Come on now. Back-to-back days, Colton Cowser has robbed a home run here at Camden Yards.
Work here in the 6th inning. Sellout crowd at Wrigley. We have not yet been given the exact attendance figure, but I'm sure it'll be coming our way soon. Cubs trying to salvage 1 win in the weekend series. 2-0 Cubs. Weatherholt leads it off. J.J. Weatherholt takes inside from Rollison, ball 1. Weatherholt has lined out to second and bounced out to second each time. Nico Horner making the play. Here's a breaking ball down low, 2-0. 2 base hits by the Cubs, doubles, sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Reliable, comfortable, convenient. Southwest just makes sense. Swinging a foul out of play. 2-1 on Weatherholt.
First outs in the inning. They're sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that.
There's a strike, 2-2. That's a bullseye outside to the left-handed batter. What do you like here, Ron? 2-2.
I always think for Rolison, his slider left on left is a very tough pitch. He's got a very good angled fastball, but that slider's tough.
Fastball up and in.
Tried to overthrow that one a little bit, and arm didn't catch up and stayed up and in to Weatherholt.
And now the 3-2 on the way. Fouled away off to the left. Let's pause 10 seconds right here for station ID. This is The Score on the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Covering the Cubs and all of Chicago's teams, Spiegel and Holmes, afternoons 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score on Odyssey Sports Station, WSCR, WSCR-FM, and HD1 Chicago.
Payoff pitch, line towards center. That's going to be a base hit. Leadoff single, J.J. Weatherholt. PCA came in, had to play it on a bounce. And the Cardinals immediately get the tying run to the plate here in the 6th inning. Ivan Herrera ready to come up.
A little inside. It looked like a fastball. Might have been a little cut fastball, but Weatherholt inside out of that ball, right back through the middle.
Herrera wide open stance, right-handed batter. And he'll look at a strike. Uniform descriptions always are brought to you by Benjamin Moore. On the field or the walls of your home, the right team and colors make all the difference. Official paint of the Chicago Cubs, Benjamin Moore. Now the 0-1. Way outside for a ball. Cubs got both of their runs in the 1st inning. Alex Bregman, an RBI double. Nico Horner, a sacrifice fly. Here's a smash foul down the left field line. It's about the time when we like to take a look at a little baseball history as we move along. This date in baseball history brought to you by villageofbedfordpark.com. It's time to make history for your business in Bedford Park. Here comes the 1-2 pitch, fouled away. The sun has been trying to poke its head through the clouds all day long. Still overcast and breezy. It's pleasant. It was 73 degrees at game time. It really feels quite good after the sweltering heat and humidity we've had. Now the 1-2 popped up foul and back out of play.
You think 3 or 4 days ago we were in the high 90s, and now it's mid-70s today. Beautiful day. This is a big weekend in baseball. It always has been for all of us. Even the time we were kids, got to be some big things happen in baseball history.
Changeup is down low, 2-2. Roger Clemens recorded strikeout number 3,000 on this date in 1998. Would you have been his teammate at that time?
No, I was playing against him. I was a twin in 98. We were teammates in 2002.
Here comes the 2-2 pitch, fouled down the right field line, out of play.
One of my all-time favorite teammates. Just a great, great guy to play with.
He was one of those guys, when he took the mound, you almost knew he was going to keep his team in the game with a very good chance of winning the game.
There was an intensity about the game when he pitched that day. There's no doubt. I didn't get to see Nolan Ryan much. He was right at the tail end of his career when I was breaking into the big leagues, but he had that. Randy Johnson had that.
Greg Maddux.
Yeah.
Here comes the 2-2. Fastball is high. And is that strike 3? It is. He tried to check his swing and couldn't do it. It might have been foul tipped into the glove of Kelly, one or the other, Ron.
I think it was the foul tip. He tried to check his swing on this high up and away fastball, and it does. It comes off his bat slightly, and Kelly hangs on, so it'll be a strikeout for the first out of the inning.
One away. Cubs lead 2-0. Alec Burleson, the batter. He'll swing and foul it at the plate. Tyler Ferguson throwing in the Cub bullpen. Matthew Liberatore has gone the distance for St. Louis. Each team with 3 hits. And now the 0-1 from the lefty. A swing and a foul at the plate. 0-2. What do you like here, Ron?
I always like his slider. I think left on left, he makes it very difficult to pick up his slider because he's got a good fastball. You know, his fastball is 94, and, you know, his best one is 95. But if he could throw a good pitch with that slider down and away, he might get a punch out here in 0-2.
Lefty to lefty. Rollison fires. Here's a base hit to right. Sharply hit ball. Weatherholt will stop at second as Suzuki gets the ball back in. Burleson drilled a single into right. And now the tying run at first. 1 away, 6th inning. 2 men on. The batter, Jordan Walker.
Yeah, they want this fastball away and up, and it ends up inside. And I'll tell you, Burleson, that's the second hit he's got on 0-2. Yesterday, he drove in a run on 0-2. He does a great job of shortening up and getting the barrel to the baseball.
Greg Counsell is going to make a pitching change, I believe. Yes, he will. Pitching changes by the Cubs, sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, Siding.
Describe Tulsa as a big, small town or a small, big city.
Tulsa is a very mixed city of arts and film and sports. I mean, it's a true melting pot of all kinds of things.
Professional baseball in Tulsa, it's actually older than the state of Oklahoma.
It's nice to play in front of, you know, fans that you see on a daily basis.
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so.
So far, things worked out. Cubs scored 2 in the first. And that's been all the scoring so far in the ballgame, partner.
Greg Counsell saw Jordan Walker due up. So he brought in the right-hander Tyler Ferguson to minimize the likelihood of a long ball off of this tough right-handed batter. The wind blowing in from left and left center. Tying runs on base. 1 away, 6th inning. Ferguson working on Walker. First pitch. Lifted foul off to the right, out of play. Ferguson making his 7th Cubs appearance. No wins or losses, a 1.4 ERA. He's given up 1 run in 6 1/3 so far. The next offering. Swinging a deep drive to left. All the way back, and this is going to be a long home run. Jordan Walker has just given the Cardinals a 3-2 lead with 1 swing.
That's a hanging breaking ball. It starts out inside and then breaks over the middle of the plate about belt high. Walker got that same pitch yesterday and fouled it back. He got on top of this one and drove it halfway up the bleachers and left.
He hit it right through the wind. For Walker, his 20th home run. He has 66 RBIs, which leads the National League. And the Cardinals have their first lead of the day, 3-2. Nootbaar, the batter. Lars Nootbaar takes inside. 2 of the runs charged to Rollison. There's a strike, 1-1. So the Cubs offense is going to have to go back to work. Now the 1-1, a big dribbler to the first baseline, fielded by Ferguson, and he'll run over and step on the bag. 1 unassisted, 2 down.
A little change up there by Ferguson, and gets the little dribbler. Ferguson took it himself to the bag.
Mason Wynn steps in, bases empty, 2 down. 3-2 Cardinals lead. Wynn looks at a ball inside, 1-0. This date in baseball history, the former Cub Louis Gonzalez in 2000 became the first Diamondback to hit for the cycle in a game. Saw him play many games.
Yep.
Left-handed batting, left fielder, very likable man.
Yeah, great guy. He is still working for the Diamondbacks. I see him in spring training some. Very good. Him and I played against each other. The first time was in Double-A baseball.
It goes back a few years.
Yes, it does. Southern League.
Two balls and a strike on Mason Wynn. You don't want this guy to get on base because he would probably try to steal a bag. Bounce to short, charging, picking, throwing to first is Swanson to get his man to end the inning. But some damage is done. A 3-run homer by Jordan Walker turns the game around. Cardinals lead 3-2 over the Cubs as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning on the score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs.
The first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, is, you know, the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
Some overnight oats right before the game. My teammates look at me like, what are you doing, dude?
My mom's cooking, probably. She makes some good. She's got a tuna fish casserole. That's pretty good.
Okay, I went 5 for 5. I need to eat the same thing. Last time, Saturday, I ate arepa with eggs, and then next day, I gotta eat arepa with eggs. So my mom make it for me, and then when my mom is with me,
everything's good.
I save a lot of money.
Estamos lindo.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Park.com.
Carson Kelly on deck for the Cubs. Who's on deck is sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com. Pat?
Matthew Liberatore still on the mound and now with the lead for the first time today. His first pitch to Carson Kelly is outside. Kelly has walked and struck out as he takes a curve low for a ball. Liberatore in 5 innings only at 72 pitches. Cubs got their runs in the first if you're just joining us. Here comes the 2-0. And that's going to be ball 3. Pete Crow Armstrong had an infield hit, stole second, and scored the first run on a double by Alex Bregman into right center in the first inning. Nico Horner later in the first added a sacrifice fly. Cubs have been quiet since then as Kelly takes a strike, 3-1. Big crowd at Wrigley ready to make some noise. Cubs have had a very frustrating series. And the 3-1. And that's going to be outside for ball 4. That'll probably get the Cardinal bullpen warming, you would think. Leadoff walk, and the batter, Michael Busch.
Yeah, Liberatore right around that 80 pitch mark, so I would think you're right, Pat. Cleanup hitters, and that's Carson, sponsored by Chicagoland's Appliance Leader, Grand Appliance. Get your All-Star Bosch kitchen, grandappliance.com.
Here's Michael Busch. Michael takes a strike. Michael hit by a pitch in the first inning, fly to left his other time up in the third. Cardinals 3, Cubs 2, sixth inning, nobody out. With Carson Kelly at first. Busch takes a breaking ball low and outside, 1-1. Liberatore, tall left-hander. Short lead at first by Kelly. And Busch lines a base hit into left center. On his way to second, and now going toward third is Kelly. The throw by the center fielder offline. And the Cubs have men at first and third. I thought that Busch, the batter Ron, might take second when he saw that throw go toward third, but he held it first.
Yeah, kind of an odd play by the center fielder, Church. They got kind of crossed up on who was going to catch this ground ball as they both converged. The left fielder, Nootbaar, and Church. And I think Michael just thought it was going to be a routine throw in, and then Church comes up and uncorks the throw to third. They caught everybody by surprise, but the Cubs at first and third now, and nobody out.
Nice base running read, I thought, by Carson Kelly.
Absolutely. He read exactly going into second that Church was taking a bad angle to that baseball. He came straight across and had to go back. And because of that, he was in no position to make a good throw.
Now Nico Horner with a chance to drive in the tying run. Let's see if Liberatore is going to stay in the game. Oliver Marmol is the Cardinal manager. And is Marmol going to make a pitching change? Or is he just going to impart some wisdom? Nope, he's going to make a change. So pitching change forthcoming. Now it's starting to feel kind of like a Cubs-Cardinals game. Back and forth, back and forth. 3-2 St. Louis leads. Pitching changes by the opposition.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the ultimate mystery player challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
I'm Jonathan Mayer, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
Two-run double.
A reminder that Walks of Cubs batters, sponsored by It'sNotAGameIllinois.com. Speeding in a work zone is like arguing with the ump. A no-win. Mind the signs, avoid the fines. Huh?
Matt Svanson, a big right-hander, is the new Cardinal man on the mound. Svanson's ERA is 7. He inherits runners at first and third with nobody out. Cardinals leading 3-2. Nico Hoerner batting. Right-hander to right-hander. And the pitch to Nico. Line drive, base hit to right. Ball game is tied. Stopping at second is Michael Busch. Nico Hoerner delivers. Listen to this crowd.
Now, so far in the ball game, the key hits in the game today, opposite field hits. Bregman drove in a run in the first with a line drive in the gap with a double. Bushy with a line drive single to left and a long fly ball to left. And now Nico shoots the hole on the right side.
Still nobody out. Ian Happ, the batter. Runners at first and second. As Kelly came in to score. Busch advanced to second on the RBI single by Hoerner. His 37th run batted in. Happ waiting on the 1-0 pitch outside. It's 2-0, Ron. What's your thinking here?
I think you're looking for something you could drive, and, you know, this is not a situation where you want to try to shoot one the other way. You want to do damage on this pitch and maybe hit one in the right field bleachers.
The 2-0 swing and a foul back. And he took a good swing and fouled it back.
He was trying to souvenir to the rooftops. That was a good swing by Ian, just underneath, and fouled it straight back.
Happ today hit by a pitch and then robbed on a good play by the third baseman Fermin. He swings and misses in the count 2-2.
That was a pretty good cutter. Ian had a good hack at it. He was right on time. It's just good bite down and in on him.
Busch away from second, Hoerner away from first. And Happ takes low, 3-2. Hoerner, by the way, with 2 runs batted in today, has 38 for the year. Nico now trying to get a big lead at first. He might have to try to break up a double play. The runner's not going. And the pitch, looper, shallow left field. That ball is going to be caught by the third baseman Fermin. He and the shortstop win on that little pop fly, both angling out, and it was the third baseman Fermin who made the call and the catch. And Ian Happ is out number 1.
It's one of those plays where that ball's hit, the shortstop and the third baseman going out because of where they're positioned on the field. And since they had to shoot over to third base to cover the bag was unoccupied by a defender for a while.
Dansby Swanson batting, and he'll take low. Dansby has been driving in bunches of runs of late. He would love to pick up an RBI or 2 or 3 right now. Here's the 1-0. Way outside. Good save by the catcher Herrera. Game tied at 3. Last night's game, a 3-0 Cardinal win. Swanson, the big right-hander, ready in the 2-0. Swanson taking a strike.
Looked like a little cutter. Yep, cutter right on the outside corner. It's actually on 2-0, a good pitch not to swing at.
The big right-hander ready, and now the 2-1. Swinging a foul back. So you say it's a good one to not swing.
Yeah, you know, if you got the count in your favor, you know, and you're looking for a pitch you can drive. If the pitcher makes a great pitcher's pitch in the outside corner, it's a good pitch to let go and play for the next pitch. Dansby had a good hack at that last high fastball.
Now it's 2-2. Time called by Swanson. Cubs in need of a win today. They've lost the first 2 of this series. It's their final home game until the All-Star break. Cubs will be in Baltimore and Cincinnati in the upcoming week. And now the 2-2. Swanson hits a ground ball to third. Fermin goes to second, and he throws the ball away. Cubs get a break. The go-ahead run is in. And the Cubs have runners at second and third.
Well, this is an absolute tailor-made double play. It's hit sharply right at Fermin. He fields it cleanly, and he has that tendency to kind of give you that below sidearm throw and sling it. And every now and then, if you don't hold on to the ball at the right time and cut it loose the right time, I mean, you're going to throw that running pit, that running ball, and he did. Threw it way into the runner. And no chance, and the Cubs end up taking the lead.
That's E5. Cubs lead 4-3. More importantly, Ron, they still have a chance for 2 more runs with men at second and third and only 1 away. That throw from the third baseman ended up way down the right field line. Walker, the right fielder, had to run about 70 feet to get it. Nico Horner scampered all the way to third. I saw Nico notice that Fermin was still in the baseline, and Nico kind of brushed into him as if to say, that might be obstruction.
Yeah, it could be interference, right.
But it was not called. No RBI, but Swanson, in putting the ball in play, deserves a little bit of credit in that spot, as the Cubs now lead 4-3. 1 away, men at second and third. And Pedro Ramirez is going to be a pinch hitter for the Cubs. He's batting for Alcantara. This is a big at-bat in this game. Ramirez, a switch hitter. He'll bat left-handed. Infield in. Runners at second and third. Cubs lead 4-3. Ramirez drives one in the air to right. This is going to be deep enough. Horner's going to tag. The throw goes to third base. And the throw gets away. The throw goes into the dugout. 2 runs will score. Big play. Cubs lead 6-3. 2-run score on the play. It's going to be a throwing error for Walker, the right fielder, I believe.
Yeah, it's going to be a sacrifice fly for Ramirez, E9, and really, this is another play this is on Fermin. He threw the ball away, and now this one, your absolute must as a third baseman on that throw, you have to catch or knock down the ball. You can't let the ball go past you. Tagging the guy is secondary. You got to catch the ball. He did not. And that throw is from deep right field, and it ends up giving the Cubs another run.
Cardinals self-destructing in the inning. They've made 2 big errors. Pete Crow Armstrong pops it up foul. This ball is going to be out of play. On this last play, charge the right fielder Walker with a throwing error. But an impressive at-bat for Pedro Ramirez, Ron, to get that ball deep enough to get a run in.
How many times do we talk about as a pinch hitter, you go up there, in the first good pitch you can hammer, you go ahead and put it in play. He drives one to right field and drives in 1 as an RBI, and the error on the play brings in the second run.
Cubs have scored 4 in the inning. 2 critical Cardinal errors. And the Cubs have a 6-3 advantage. Good to hear that crowd cut loose. They've been waiting all weekend long. Here's the 0-2 and taken high and outside to Pete Crow Armstrong. Unusual inning, I would say.
Yeah, I would say so. This inning should be over a couple hitters ago.
Here's a swing and a looper, shallow right center. That's going to fall in for a base hit. And would there be any reason for him not to try to steal a bag here?
No, he's got two bags already today. I would think this is the ideal time to keep putting pressure on the defense of the Cardinals. Herrera, the catcher, does not throw well at all. So I would think you're just going to keep running. It's a 3-run game right now. You keep going.
Bregman becomes the 8th man to bat in the inning. Pete Crow Armstrong not running on the first pitch. Pete wears running gloves when he gets on base, and he was still kind of tightening up that glove as that pitch came in.
I'd love to see him go on this pitch.
He's got his lead, not running. Bregman takes inside ball 2.
And the only reason why I say that is for him to get to second base right away and give Bregman his at-bat with a runner in scoring position.
Burleson holding Pete Crow Armstrong at first. Pete with 2 hits today. Bregman checks and takes low, and a balk has been called. A balk has been called on Swanson.
Swanson, I don't think stopped. I think he went right through the set and then delivered, trying to be quick with Pete at first base. Yeah, see, he never, well, I don't know. I'm not quite sure what the balk was, unless he came disengaged with the ball in the glove.
Bregman taking a strike, 2-1. So a little bit of everything has happened in this 6th inning. Cubs now with a 6-3 lead. Here's a swing and a foul back out of play off the bat of Bregman. Pete Crow Armstrong down at second base, ready to run like the wind. And if anybody really could actually run like the wind, it would be Pete. Two to Bregman. Chopped foul, look out. Bregman goes down. He hit him. He hit his own leg with that foul tip, and he's in pain right now, struggling to get up.
Yeah, he hit it off his left foot. I'm guessing it hit him in the ankle. He's got a pad on his shin, but that obviously didn't hit his shin, that's for sure.
Watching the replay run.
Oh, he hit his back knee.
His back knee?
I thought it hit the front. Yeah, that ball carried a little farther back than I thought, and it hit him off the back kneecap.
Did you ever do that?
No.
You don't see that very often.
No, you don't. I've done it off my front foot many times and instep and shin, but not the back knee.
Bregman's still limping and still obviously in some pain, but he says, let's just play ball. I'm going to get back in the box and try to drive in a run with a base hit right now. Ready for the resumption of play. Swanson, big right-hander, has that stiff front leg, and he delivers. Breaking ball, strike 3 called. And now Bregman says, I would like you to look at that call again. I thought it missed. So here comes the video replay on the Cubs challenge.
Ball strike challenge sponsored by Northwestern Medicine.
It is a strike, and the inning comes to an end. But it's a prosperous 4-run rally for the Cubs. They benefited from a couple of Cardinal errors. Cubs had 2 hits and leave 1. We go to the 7th inning. Cubs 6, Cardinals 3. This is The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Ian Happ. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio.
In this game, you've got to keep your eye on the ball, but it's harder than it looks.
The Little League error there gives Jackson an extra 90 feet.
The action has defied all prediction.
And he tried to put it back in the glove. Oh, that's a great move.
What just happened? You can never be sure of anything in this strange game of baseball.
I think he hit the pole that hole, the netting.
And speaking of strange things,
Geraldo Perdomo darts out of the dugout, cuts off Mr. Red and Rosie Red. Curveball got away.
Wow. But that pitcher takes his eye off the ball.
From flubs to flair, let's check out some fine fielding affairs.
He did it again! Junior dives like Superman. Oh! Robbed by Marcy in center!
Going, man, you're gone.
Gone to the warning track, makes the over-the-shoulder grab.
Nunez from the shortstop side of the bag. Pops up and throws out Bobby Witt.
Send it to left center, Jake Myers! What a catch!
How about that?
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Room Solutions. Today, that commitment continues throughout the concourse with bottle fillers delivering clean drinking water all season long. Learn more at Sloan.com.
Errors by Cubs opponents are sponsored by North Shore, the MVP of adult diapers. For even the heaviest control problems, visit northshore.com. And the Cardinals committed 2 errors in the 6th inning, Pat.
So I would say you should probably read that a second time, Zach.
It's time for you to double up.
Not that it's really any of my business, but here is a swing and a foul back, but it was a darn good read, don't you think, Ron?
And I think it was so good he should read it twice.
All right, I'll do it again. Errors by Cubs opponents are sponsored by North Shore, the MVP of adult diapers. For even the heaviest control problems, visit northshore.com.
Sound effects by Ron Coomer in the background. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Nathan Church strikes out. 1 away here in this 7th inning.
Nice breaking ball by Pomerantz. Get the punch out.
Cubs leading by a score of 6-3. Here's Jose Fermin taking outside for a ball. Fermin has walked and grounded out today. Cubs pitching changes. Those are brought to you by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Pomerantz flips one in there for a strike, 1-1. Opponents' errors now. Here's the pitch on the way. Fly ball to left, curling foul down the left field line and back out of play. Now, I thought Zach had done the read for the opponent's errors, but I saw it up there still. Did you want to have a third crack at that read, Zach?
No, we'll wait till a third error happens.
Third time's a charm.
Here's a fly ball to center. Pete Crow Armstrong on the run. He gets there to make the catch. He covers so much territory. It's a pleasure to watch him play center field.
Yeah, he had a long run for that ball, and it's just like he was gliding over to it to make the catch. First out in the inning, sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price. 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that.
7th inning stretch right around the corner. 7th inning stretch brought to you by Volvo XC90. Room for everyone. Ready for wherever the road takes you. The road is going to take us in the Cubs traveling party to Baltimore later on tonight. Cubs and Orioles begin their series on Tuesday in Maryland at Camden Yards.
Yeah. Now we're going to Baltimore. Now, are you a big, this is awfully personal, but after 13 years, I've thrown in the towel.
Sure, fire away, whatever.
But are you a big crab cake person when you go to Maryland in Baltimore? Because that's kind of the crab cake capital.
I eat it. I'm not a huge fan of them, but I'll have it. I'll sample them if they're part of the dinner menu. Sure. How about you?
I like them, yeah. We used to have them delivered down to our clubhouse. That with Boog Powell's Barbecue. Remember when Boog had the barbecue place in Wright? Yep, the Booger, he'd send the barbecue down, and we'd do crab cakes and barbecue for 3 days.
Here comes the 0-2 from Pomerantz. Pop fly should be playable, is playable. Michael Busch drifting into foul territory, makes the catch. And it's a nice 1-2-3 inning for Drew Pomerantz. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's the Cubs 6 and the Cardinals 3, and this is the score and the North.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
And there's a shot into left field. Stanton on his way around to score. The Yankees are on the board. First, it's 1-0 New York. Bouncer headed up the middle, and that's going to get through and drive in a couple of runs. Cranked up and sent into the right center field gap. McMahon's going to score easily. They're going to wave Wills around. Plays to third. 5-0 New York. Another one head for no man's land, but Harrison Bader read it well. Former Gold Glover comes up to make a very nice catch. Jr., the guy they call Big G, who has driven in a run with the third straight hit to open the 5th inning. Chopper for Jazz, hot shot, and he makes the catch. That got on there on a line, and he's telling Jose Caballero, "You see that?" I could watch Jazz Chisholm play. I mean, he plays with such joy. Only David Cohn, Ron Guidry, and Mel Stottlemyre had opening day starts of 6+ innings with 2 or fewer hits and no runs allowed.
Chicago traffic is optional. Vertiport Chicago flies downtown in an average of 16 minutes and less than 1 hour flights regionally. Book at notraffic.vip.
Swanson is still on the mound, big right-hander. And his first pitch in for a strike to Seiya Suzuki. The late, great Harry Carey on the video board. His grandson Chip Carey right in the booth next to us. Chip's father, Skip Carey, was the longtime voice of the Atlanta Braves.
How about 4 generations of Carey broadcasting?
Chip's sons are big league announcers. Pop fly shallow center coming in as Church to make the catch, and that's going to be out number 1. Suzuki is retired. Suzuki having a very tough weekend against Cardinal pitching, now 0 for 11. Here's Carson Kelly.
But a very cool moment that Harry Carey sang on the video board, the 7th inning stretch, and Chip kind of going along with it with our crowd here, and that's a pretty cool moment for Chip. And what a great guy he is. We've been friends with him, you and I both, for a very long time.
He's a good man and an excellent announcer, and seems to have found a home in St. Louis now. Chip doing the television play-by-play for the Redbirds.
Yeah, I called him a traitor when he first went over there, but I laughed.
Oh, he's done network
he's
stuff.
great.
He did some Braves broadcasting. Of course, he was the Cubs television voice with Steve Stone for many years. He and Steve Stone used to torment my former partner Ron Santo. They would play all kinds of jokes on Ronnie.
You didn't like that at all, did you?
I was there was nothing I could do except laugh. Swinging a ground ball, base hit into right field. Carson Kelly will get a 1-out single. Now, Chip has a little bit of a twisted sense of humor, I would say.
Yeah, I would agree to that, but most of us do now in this game.
Well, I'm guilty.
Yeah.
One day, he and Steve Stone bought Ron a box of chocolates. Okay, a real nice, fancy box of chocolates. And Ron noticed that it looked like it had already been opened before.
Yeah.
And sure enough, it had been opened, because what Steve and Chip had done, and again, this is kind of sad to even have to report this,
but
they took a bite out of every single piece of chocolate and then put it back in the box and then gave it to Ron Santo.
What are friends for?
Here comes the 0-1. And it's taken high for a ball.
Now, Ronnie wasn't without having his own jabs, because I was here with Ron, and he was not afraid to throw his own jabs out there. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, he got back at him.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly how he did. And inside, and the pitch hits Michael Busch. Crowd reacting, but it did not appear to be any kind of a knockdown pitch. It was just inside, and Michael kind of twisted away and got hit on the back of the right elbow.
Yeah, but that's the second time Bushy's been hit today. That'll aggravate you a little bit, that's for sure. And both of them right around the hands. They threw way up and in, not way up and in, but in enough and right at the hand level. One in the tricep and one in the hand.
Here's Nico Horner swinging and missing. Nico's been right in the middle of the action He had a sacrifice fly in the first inning. He had a clutch RBI single in the 6th. And on that same play, a second run scored on a throwing error by the right fielder Walker. See if Nico can get another knock. He swings and fouls it back. I've just seen some signs, it seems like, maybe it's just me, Ron, but in the last week or so, that Nico is about ready to get red hot.
Yeah, I would agree. I think even that last swing, that's an inside fastball. The ball beats him, but the inside-out swing of Nico was good.
Pokes this one foul off to the right, out of play.
The thing that Nico has done so well through his career is be on top of the baseball and drive the ball back either to the middle of the diamond, really from like left center on over to the right field corner. But staying out of the air a lot to where you give up the routine fly ball. I think he's hit a lot more fly balls over the last month or so than we're accustomed to seeing. Month and a half, let's say. And if he gets back to the line drive, you'll see his average start going up and climbing.
242 right now.
That's not Nico.
The 1-2 is outside. He's more like a 292 batting average.
Yeah, he's always hovered close to that 300 and that high 280s to 300 mark for his entire career.
Now the right-hander Svanson fires. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did. Nico thought he checked his swing. The call by Dan Merzel, the first base umpire, there's nothing Nico can do. And, yep, he probably did swing.
Pretty good breaking ball. Nico didn't think so. Whenever it's close as a hitter, you think it's quite a bit shorter than it is, and the barrel just gets out in front of your hands.
Oliver Marmol is going to make a pitching change, I believe. Cardinal manager wearing a red short sleeve pullover. And is he going to make a change, or is he just going to impart some knowledge to the right-hander? Nope, a pitching change is going to be made. Pitching changes by the opposition. Those are always sponsored by...
So this is MLB Network Talent Stars.
Okay.
The stars of MLB Network. Can I trade a pack of these for a signed Lauren Shahadi card?
How about we do a little bit of both? Money, a little trade.
Will you open it up and see if you like it?
They're really nice.
If I sign it, does that equal the Lauren Shahadi 20?
All right.
Do we have a good trade?
We have a good trade. Thank you so much. That was fun.
Nice doing business with you.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play, only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so.
By Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app. Save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. The Pirates beat the Nationals big 11-5. It was the Reds 3, Orioles 2. Spencer Steer with a 2-run home run for Cincinnati's 14th. Twins knock off the Yankees 6-1. Bunch of games in progress. A.J. Ewing with a solo shot for the Mets. They lead the Braves 6-3 now in the top of the ninth. Top 5, White Sox 6, Guardians 3, Colson Montgomery with a 2-run home run, his 23rd. Pat?
All right, Zach, thank you. Ready for the resumption of play. Cubs at first and second, 2 down. Ian Happ batting. And Fernandez is the new right-handed pitcher for St. Louis. And his first delivery right in there. Delivers outside, 1-1. Well, fog seems to be moving in. Getting a little hard to see some of the buildings on the near north side of Chicago. Well, we had some fog last night. I had never quite seen it that dense in a game here at Wrigley. Had you?
No, I have not.
They had to halt the game for about 15 minutes. The fog was so thick. Here's a pitch down low, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, we got to the point where in an inning, you and I could not see the center fielder.
No, not at all.
Yeah, and they were showing, I saw last night when I got home, little clips of the St. Louis infielders in that half inning saying they couldn't see the ball when it was hit.
Happ fouls it away, 2-2 on Ian.
It's a really tough game to play when that happens. I can tell you as an infielder, when you can't see the ball off the bat, it's tough to make a play.
I would say impossible.
Yeah, it's not easy. And then it's right after that half inning. 5 guys in a row, 2 for St. Louis, 3 for the Cubs, struck out in a row, and I think they just pulled the plug and we had to wait a little bit.
Happ swings and misses, and that ends the inning. Cubs don't score. It's on to the 8th inning. Cubs on top by a score of 6-3. And this is The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Nico Horner. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Do you so?
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Why does flying Southwest Airlines from Chicago just make sense? Reliable, flexible, enjoyable. We're full of ibbles and obbles and proud of it.
Cubs up 6-3 here in the top of the 8th inning. In this 8th inning, sponsored by Cars for Kids, 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today, Patrick.
Left-hander Drew Pomeranz, big tall left-hander, working on J.J. Weatherholt to start this 8th inning. First pitch outside, ball 1. And the next pitch. And that missed somewhere. Ball 2, 2-0.
Bet we got a little anniversary wish from one of the guys that works here, who we see daily. Kelly O'Malley, who's one of the cameramen in-house.
Line drive past Nico Horner, base hit into right center. Nico dove. I thought for sure he was going to get a glove on that ball. He actually, I think, dove a little too far, Ron.
Yeah, I think this ball is either knuckling and came back at him. Kind of an odd play, but it ends up being a base hit, and it'll bring out Craig Counsell.
Craig will make a pitching change, I do believe. Let's make sure it's official. It is. Pitching changes by the Cubs, sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Before we throw it to a break, let's see how we did in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game.
I got these Topps 1994 baseball cards, Series 2. I collect them like everybody else did back in the 70s. Eventually threw them all away. We didn't save them, and I'm sure they're worth millions now. Let's see what I have here. Ken Griffey Jr., probably the best baseball player I've ever played with in my entire life. Oh man, Lou Whitaker, Bobby Bonilla, Bo Jackson, the best two-sport player ever.
Man, that ball sounded good off the bat. That's drilled. Way gone! Whoa! My goodness! One of the farthest home runs we've seen at PNC Park.
Wow.
An absolute titanic blast. And he's homered in 3 straight games. Look at that.
One of the best yards in the bigs and a picture-perfect night here in Boston. So here's James Wood. And this ball's hammered. Deep right and way out of here for James Wood. Over the Nationals bullpen. The 6th time this season that James Wood is in a leadoff homer. 441 feet. Obliterated out of Fenway Park. I think he snapped out of his skip.
Yes, he did. Oh, my. The 114 off the bat, and that was loud.
Tomorrow, Old National Bank. Just another reason to get old. Member FDIC.
But Pat, we were saying right before the pitching change, Kelly O'Malley's one of our in-house cameramen here for the Cubs. He's here daily. And his parents, Bill and Sandy O'Malley, are here at the game today. They're from Nebraska, from Grand Island. They're celebrating their 40th wedding anniversary here at Wrigley Field. So congratulations to Bill and Sandy.
Ivan Herrera hits a little bouncer past the mound. Horner gloves it and throws to first just in time. Good play by Nico. He had to avoid running into the runner. Weatherholt running from first to second. And Nico made a very nice play to get his man at first. Score that one 4-3 before Burleson bats. 10 for ID on the score, and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Covering the Cubs and all of Chicago's teams on the score. Middays with Rahimi Harrison Grody, 10-2 on 104.3 The Score, WSCR, WSCR FM, and HD1 Chicago.
Webb is ready. The big right-hander fires. Here's a base hit to right off the bat of Burleson. Stopping at third is Weatherholt. And all of a sudden, the Cardinals have the tying run at the plate here in the 8th inning with 1 away.
This little breaking ball stays in the middle of the plate. It's about knee high, but it's in the middle of the plate. And Burleson hits a bullet through the right side of the diamond.
So Jacob Webb really has to bear down now. The most dangerous hitter on the team, Jordan Walker, steps in. Right-hander to right-hander. Walker swings and misses.
Walker's already got 1 3-run homer in the game. That was in the 6th inning in his last at-bat.
Ball game on the line right now, 8th inning. Walker takes low and away. You get to this point, you think if you can get him out here, you probably don't have to worry about him for the rest of the day.
That's right.
Now the 1-1. Fastball upstairs, ball 2.
Tough plays of the game today. There's been a few of them, sponsored by Loyola Medicine. Loyola Medicine defines tough.
Cubs have the infield back naturally. Walker hits a line drive towards center. Pete's going to make the catch. He does, and he fires all the way to the plate. Not in time. The ball cut off by Bush on the mound. It's a sacrifice fly for Walker.
Yeah, I think they're going to appeal at third base. Okay, no, wow, that was close.
Weatherholt ruled to have legally tagged up and scored after the catch. But now there are 2 down. That's a very big out. Give Walker another RBI, his 4th of the day, his 67th of the year. He leads the league. And the Cub lead is now 6-4 with a man at first, 2 down, 8th inning, and the batter is Lars Nootbaar.
Yeah, but the big key to your point, Pat, is you kept him in the ballpark. You know, he's the dangerous guy, and he got him out.
Ground ball to second base. Horner's got it, throws to first to get him. Cardinals get a run, but only 1. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's the Cubs 6, the Redbirds 4. This is The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Craig Cobb.
The captain, Derek Sanderson Jeter, is one of the winningest players in Major League history. He was wearing these very batting gloves when he notched one of those most memorable hits, the 3,000th of his career.
Are we supposed to spit in them like they do the batting gloves?
No spitting. This is a non-spitting museum.
He's just the second player in history whose 3,000th hit was a home run. The first was a former teammate from the Yankees' 1996 World Series championship team. But before he began his Cooperstown-bound career, Bonds would cross paths with another future Hall of Famer. September 6, 1995, the Iron Man played his 2,000th 131st consecutive game, surpassing the unbreakable record of the Iron Horse.
Now that's how you pass the torch. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
You could describe Tulsa as a big, small town or a small, big city.
Tulsa is a very mixed city of arts and film and sports. I mean, it's a true melting pot of all kinds of things.
Professional baseball in Tulsa, it's actually older than the state of Oklahoma.
It's nice to play in front of, fans that you see on a daily basis.
Score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. From official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies, they've got the season covered. Visit MLBshop.com/Cubs, the official source for your Chicago Cubs gear.
Dansby Swanson pops one up shallow right. The second baseman Weatherholt will give way to the first baseman Burleson. Burleson makes the catch, and that's going to be out number one here in the bottom of the eighth inning.
Probably a smart play by Weatherholt. Burleson, about 50 pounds heavier than him, would have probably put the squash on him if they would have collided. Bet I get a big birthday wish today. Happy birthday to Donna Schultz. My buddy Jeff's mom turns 88 today.
Bless her heart.
Yeah, they've been big Cub fans forever, and they are listening to our broadcast today. So happy birthday, Donna. Yeah. That's awesome.
Pedro Ramirez had a sac fly in his first plate appearance today. Turned out to be a big play. It drove in a run. And then there was a throwing error on that same play. He hits a high fly ball to right, playable for Walker, moving in and over toward the line, and makes the catch. And that's out number two. Ramirez, though, Ron, he's starting to look more and more comfortable as a big league hitter. He got the sac fly earlier today, and this was a nice swing that he just missed, hitting a long ball on that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he's a big league baseball player. I don't know what's going to end up happening with him, here in Chicago. When you're a young guy and the infield is full right now. You get long-term contracts, and Michael Busch, who's a 30-90 guy last year. There's not a lot of room in the Cubs infield right now for starting players, but Ramirez is a player.
Pete Crow Armstrong takes a strike.
I had a chance to see him in spring training. He played a lot in spring. I bet he had more at-bats than anybody else in camp. And the more you watched him, the better it got. And I'm a big fan.
Pete swings and fouls it. Pete with a couple of hits today, also hit by a pitch. Please stay tuned for the Toast of the Game ball player. We'll be naming that in the ninth inning. Brought to you by Benny's Beverage Depot. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Here's a chopper foul, and Pete again hobbled. He just is taking a beating in this series. Yeah. He was hit by a couple of pitches. Now he fouls one off his foot.
Yeah, this one right off the top of his foot, part of the pad, part foot. He got hit in that foot with a pitch, a slider down and in yesterday. He got hit in the elbow, forearm, the left elbow and forearm earlier in the game. He's going to get on a team plane today with about 4 bags of ice. Instead of Nick Frangella bringing a suitcase, he's just going to bring a cooler.
Sure. Swing, did he go? Yes, he did. Strike 3, and that ends the inning. We go to the 9th inning. Fasten those seatbelts. It's the Cubs 6 and the Cardinals 4. This is The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago. This is Pete Crow Armstrong. Pat and Ron call every game here.
Early's had a good day. 2 hits for him. Swing and a drive. Belted right. Burley admires that one. She is long gone. Is it too early to say, holy cow? I think it is right on time. The Cardinals strike again. Tucson with 2 strikes. That ball was absolutely destroyed.
What a 6th inning.
Goosebump moment here at the ballpark for everybody.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
Presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Top 9, Cubs 6, Cardinals 4. The 9th inning is sponsored by Circa Resort and Casino. Get ready for the time of your life. CircaLasVegas.com. Pat?
Jacob Webb fires a strike, Zach, and the 9th inning is underway. Mason Wynn, the batter. Wynn is 1 for 3 in the game. The lead is 2, 6-4 Cubs. Jacob Webb always works from the stretch. He brings it, a swing and a miss. Good breaking ball. I wouldn't mind seeing another one just like that.
Yeah, he's got a good one. Boy, when he gets on top of it, this slider, it comes out looking fastball, and it just bites down and away from the right-handed hitter.
The 0-2, he did come back with a bender, and this time it was low. Nathan Church on deck, and then Jose Fermin. And the pitch, fly ball foul off to the right, out of play.
You got a catch of the game today? Catch of the game, sponsored by Catch Des Moines. That play was a real trip. So is Des Moines. It's a trip. Make it yours at CatchDesMoines.com. You got a catch of the game? I'm trying to think.
Was there a nice defensive play? The 1-2. Check swing. It's down low for a ball.
Been a lot of routine plays today. Not a lot of need for the spectacular.
And now the 2-2. Fastball away. 3-2. Jacob smoothing out the dirt in the landing area in front of the rubber. Sometimes late in the game that can get kind of choppy. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Popped up foul and out of play. The lead is 2, so there's a little room for error for Jacob Webb. Trying to nail this one down. Cubs trying to win 1 out of the 3 in the weekend series. And he has walked in with a breaking ball. Mason Wynn gets the leadoff walk.
That is not what Webb was trying to do. He was spinning a breaking ball, but he wanted this to be in the zone, and he just pulled it down and away. Had thrown a few of them to win, and he didn't chase it.
So the leadoff man is on. Immediately, the tying run is at the plate. Nathan Church, the batter. Left-handed hitter takes up and in, ball one. And Webb continues around to smooth that dirt out in the landing area in front of the rubber.
Yeah, I think you're right. You know, you get multiple guys pitching, and there's multiple landing spots that guys end up digging out.
The 1-0, pop fly, foul. It's going to be playable for Carson Kelly. Right behind home plate, he makes the catch. And that's out number one.
Fastball, this ball. Right down the middle. Actually, it might have been a changeup as I see it again. But it's down the middle, but maybe a touch below the knees and just gets popped up. Yeah, it's a changeup in middle, but about knee high and just gets hit straight up in the air.
Still cloudy and overcast and breezy. Jose Fermin, the batter. Fermin takes outside. Fermin has walked, grounded out, and lined out to center. Cubs 6, Cardinals 4, ninth inning. Swinging a foul back. 1-1. That was a good fastball.
Yeah, it really was. Webb has good stuff. He really does. I like his pitch mix. You know, and I'm talking about from the hitter's perspective. I think he makes it very difficult with that last fastball, cross-firing fastball to the righty. Good change and excellent breaking ball.
Now the 1-1. A long set by Webb in the pitch. Fastball upstairs. Cubs trying to beat St. Louis for the only time in the series, trying to improve to 2-4 against them. And they'll have 7 more meetings after the All-Star break. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. A vanishing slider. What do you like on 2-2?
Now, this is another good off-speed pitch, and Fermin way out in front of it. I like that changeup.
Time called as the batter backs away.
The other thing, I always think guys they come into a game and each day is different. And they'll get a feel for a certain pitch, especially a reliever. The changeup is that pitch for Webb right now.
Here comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He got him with a fastball. Out number 2. The Cardinals are down to their last chance. And now the fans at Wrigley all start to stand.
Well, you talk about a good fastball. He made a great pitch with the change the pitch before, and then he just threw a bullet right past Fermin.
Nelson Velasquez pinch hitting, and he'll take a strike.
Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers brought to you by Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers.
Velasquez, right-handed batter. Here comes the 0-1 from Jacob Webb. Check swing, did he go? No swing. 1 ball and 1 strike. Please stay tuned for the postgame show. Zach Zaidman will have that for you. That's right after the conclusion of our game. The next offering, breaking ball, strike. Running uncontested and taking second base is Mason Wynn. No stolen base. The Cardinals are down to their last strike.
That last breaking ball from Webb buckled Velasquez.
Webb slowly comes set. And the 1-2. Check swing, did he go? No swing. Boy, that was close. Stay tuned for the Old National Bank Cubs radio postgame show, the official bank of the Cubs radio network.
Well, he's had 2 check swings, both of them close, and I think they got them both right. I don't think he swung either time.
Cubs lead 9th inning. The pitch, line drive, diving backhand catch by Dansby Swanson. Sensational play. And the Cubs win the ball game.
What a way to end the ball game. Well, we were asking about the catch of the game. We just got it right there. Great play by Dansby laying out to get that ball. And as we talked about, right as we were going on the air, you and I, the Cubs needed a win.
It was not an easy day in any way, Ron. But the Cubs prevail, and that's always the bottom line. They win 6-4, so they wrap up the series with a win, and they'll take that on the road with them.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, Cubs were on such a roll. First couple.
Foul ground, and he's got it. What a catch by Max Kepler. Wow.
Hook and Valdez comes up with it. Oh, my.
A soft ground ball towards third. Bichette on the backhand has it. Crossfires to first. Got him.
Bichette with the backhand play. The bouncing throw on 2 hops in time.
Ground ball hit to second. Diving play by Honer. Shuffles to second, and they get the force. Diving into right field. Osana gets up and throws out Berger.
Ground ball hit to the right side. Diving stop to his left. Horner throw to first in time to get Tatis.
Freely coming on and dives. He caught it.
Sproat loves it. Shortstop Henderson diving.
Throws to first. Did they get him? Yes, they did.
Diving stop by Edman to his feet. Long throw to first there in plenty of time.
To the right side, diving stop. Clemens finds the grip and gets the out at second base. The Sun, who's going to get it? Corona Grower makes the catch. Corona Grower having trouble again. Oh, he caught it again.
I can't imagine transitioning from loving baseball cards to then knowing it's inevitably coming that you're going to be on baseball cards. What was that moment like for you?
Yeah, I think the first card I saw was when they did something for USA Baseball, and then now seeing my face, seeing me playing baseball on a card, it was surreal. It wasn't that it was that moment where like, wow, this is really something.